Hello. Welcome to the Daydreamers Club.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Daydreamers Club podcast. I'm Addie.
And I'm Winter, and today we're going to be talking about how to stay positive in a negative world.
This is such a good topic right now that's really been on my heart because, oh my gosh, just all the craziness that's going on in the world in every generation, but just feeling the effects of it in my own generation, my own concerns and heartbreak for the world. And so really just wanted to speak really quickly to you guys about staying positive and about just keeping your relationship with yourself and your attitude and your heart right, regardless of what is going on in the external world. So, what are your thoughts, Winter?
I mean, exactly what you said. That has been also very heavy on my mind lately. And honestly, my main coping mechanism has been just a lot of meditation and being consistently present and conscious of myself and all of the kind of external stimuli in my environment, especially and particularly the media, social media,
Yeah,
anything like that, the news, Twitter, whatever.
right.
Because as a human, we have to realize, we're not just existing in the environment around us, we are actually a part of it. And I think that's something that humans kind of disassociate with often. We kind of think that we are these external observers or curators of this overarching environment, but we don't realize like we're just as much a part of it as a tree
So
or
true.
anything else that's going on. And because
Yes.
of that, our energy is and so imperative to kind of be conscious of it and how it's operating, what state of being we're in, and how we're allowing our environment to affect us, because
Right.
we're adversely affecting our environment. So by meditating and by remaining present and conscious of everything, I've been able to kind of filter out all of the negative things and process them in a healthy way.
I
And
love that. Great
thank
job,
you.
girl.
Thank you. Yeah, I've just been like processing them and then allowing myself to transform that into and manifest it into a positive output, because we're like conduits of this energy, right? We can transform it and we can shift it and we have a great effect on it. Like we all know the
Yes,
butterfly effect, the ripple effect, whatever. That's how I see
you're
it.
right. People do forget how important they are because even the most introverted person on the entire planet is said to affect 10,000 people in their lifetime. So your attitude and the way that you decide to react to the situations going on, whether it's in the world and your personal life,
Mm-hmm.
within yourself, whatever it might be, affects everyone else around you. They pick up on that. And so I love what you mentioned on the filtering out the negative portion because my one of my favorite just daily activities to do, and I've been like in the best state of mind when I'm doing this, is at night to do a list of what I loved about the day and what I learned. And so
That is
I
awesome.
can filter out, I'm focusing on the positive, and I do my gratitudes during the day as well. So I do the gratitudes, focus on what I love about the day. Yes, that is key. And then also what I learned. So taking those negative experiences and being like, what did I learn from this situation that can help me personally, or what is life trying to teach me because of these feelings or this situation or whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm.
So that just helps me kind of filter my mind, if you will, because at the end of the day, you do want to flesh out the negative, and at the beginning of the day, you want to fill it with the positive.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah.
the gratitudes, reading, all of that. And I think that is absolutely one of the biggest struggles and challenges in life is to renew your mind daily. It's
Mm-hmm.
to, the Bible talks about transforming your mind, the
Always,
renewing
yes.
of your mind, and
It's a
focusing
constant
on,
process. Mm-hmm.
yeah, just focusing on the good and lovely and anything that's good report. I mean, there's no newscasters out there that's focusing on good report. And so it's just really important that you have to find those good reports in
Hmm.
your day and actively look for the joy in your day and focus on that.
Yes, that is so true. I love how you're talking about how you transform your energy into being positive. And I think that it's important to note that no matter what you do, even if it doesn't seem like, we're doing anything, because oftentimes we consume all this information from the media and our
Right.
surroundings and we internalize it and we're like, oh my gosh, like I feel so passionately about this thing, but I don't know what to do. Like, you can donate to a cause or sign a petition, but sometimes it just doesn't feel like you're taking enough action. It feels like you're giving
Yeah.
a sorry excuse for just moving on with your life and feeling like you're okay now, when that thing is still very much going on. And then of course you start thinking, at least me, I go down this line of like, well, there's that happening, but then there's this other thing happening in this other part of the world, and then there's all these things happening, at once, and it gets so overwhelming, and you just are like, I can't help everything all at one time. And so I think
Yeah.
that's the stressful thing. We don't realize that that's like, whether it's intentional or not, that's a form of brainwashing by this environment to keep everybody on a low frequency. So that's a tactic to prevent people from feeling their true power, to keep
Right.
us, negative, to keep us on that low vibration, so that way we're not as uh so that we're not as much of an impact on the world
Right.
around us, right? And we kind of, the thing people don't realize is that when you do that, you're still having a collective manifestation of this environment. When everybody's agreeing to operate on that level, kind of negated by the media, everybody's just kind of allowing themselves to exist that way, they're collectively producing this consciousness that we're all operating on, of negative frequencies, of these low vibrations, and people are feeling helpless and unempowered and like they can't make a difference. But the truth is that that's so much deceit, and every
Yes.
single person has an infinite amount of power compared to what they realize to make a difference. And that difference, in the words of the great Michael Jackson, starts says, I'm looking at the man in the mirror, I'm asking him to change his ways. If you want to
Yes.
make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change, baby. And I just think that is actually so deep, because if you change yourself, you do change the world, because
You
you're
do.
choosing to operate on a higher frequency level, which raises the collective frequency, the collective vibration, right? So if everybody
Yes.
sees that, and then slowly the people around you are elevated, slowly that kind of starts this ripple effect throughout everything, raising it all. And I think even with that, many people still don't feel that's enough. And I understand this, because personally, I feel like deep down, I feel like there's so much you can always do. And my favorite way of taking that energy and manifesting it into something with purpose, at least with myself, is to turn it into creative energy. And I'll write a poem or draw a picture or write a story or do whatever, might make a song, anything that at that time just speaks to me. And regardless of whether or not I ever share it, still manifesting that creative energy has such great impact, even if it's something
Absolutely.
personal to you, because
Right.
just doing that not only raises your vibration, but puts that out into the world.
Yeah, it controls your state of mind. And I love that you do that because it's so beautiful what you shared with me. Just absolutely amazing. And I would just encourage you guys to focus on controlling yourself and your internal state. And if you are constantly hanging out with people that talk about the news all the time and everything going on in the world, you have my permission to cut time with those people and just focus on, being around people that are positive, looking for the good, being uplifting, make today your best day ever. The affirmation every day in every way, I get better and better and better, is from
Yeah.
one of my all-time favorite books about happiness. And happiness does not come from outside of you. It comes from your own boundaries of how you're going to let another person affect you. And it's so true that life is, 90% of life is the events that happen and so forth. Or sorry, 10% of life is the events, 90% of life is your attitude, your response to those events that happen. So you have control of that. And we just love you guys. We want to make you feel like you are empowered to make those decisions, to protect your energy, protect yourself from being around negative constantly, and just decide in your life that you are going to protect yourself and just stay on a positive vibration and not fall into a fear-based mentality, but just focus on everything in the day that makes you feel loved, because it's true. Right now there's tons and tons of things supporting your life that are making your life possible, that are loving you. And so even just the air, like the air is loving you right now. It's letting you breathe it so you can be alive. So you are loved way more than you could ever imagine. And so you can truly, genuinely operate out of that feeling.
Wow, Addie, that was such truth. I am like, that breathed life into me.
Good. Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you for sharing that. Oh my gosh.
Love
Yeah, that
you.
was very empowering. Wow. I think that's a good note to leave people on, honestly.
Okay. You're awesome.
No fear-based mentality. Be nurtured by the world around you, because you are
Yes,
loved more than you ever know.
it's true.
The great words
And
of
we love
Addie.
you guys. Subscribe and follow us on Instagram.
Always. We have our awesome daily journal questions. So
Yes,
make sure to tune in for those on our stories. Namaste.
please do. We love you guys. Mwah.